In today's video, we'll be discussing a serious and concerning issue in South Africa, the recent spike in kidnappings. We'll explore the reasons behind these kidnappings, who the targets are, and how you can stay safe. Let's dive in.
Study says there has been a surge in cases of kidnapping for ransom. The number of kidnappings for ransom cases has gone up by more than 260%. And this is since January 2023, and at least 20 Portuguese butchery owners have been kidnapped along with their staff.
These kidnappings generally stem from demands for ransom, but other motives include drug wars. Examples of people targeted include children, women, and members of wealthy families. The amount demanded for ransom can vary from a few hundred to millions of rands. The perpetrators range from petty thieves to professional kidnappers hired for specific jobs. One notable trend is the spike in kidnappings of butchery owners, particularly Portuguese nationals. Since January last year, at least 20 Portuguese butchery owners and staff have been kidnapped in Johannesburg, with ransom demands ranging from 400,000 rand to 3.5 million rand, sometimes even starting from 10 million rand. All victims are originally from the Madeira region in Portugal, with some being third or fourth generation South Africans. Kidnappers often request negotiations in Portuguese, suggesting links to Mozambican criminal enterprises. These operations have extended into South Africa, with known kingpins residing in Gauteng suburbs. An Ethiopian national who bought a butchery from a fearful Portuguese businessman was kidnapped in Johannesburg's CBD. Another Portuguese butchery owner was kidnapped in Southdale, and a Portuguese store manager was shot in an attempted kidnapping. The provincial anti-kidnapping task team faces significant challenges due to limited resources and support. Concerns have also arisen over police involvement in kidnappings. For instance, Constable Adolf Manisi was arrested and suspended for his role in a kidnapping case. The Portuguese community sees these kidnappings as an attack on their family unit and is calling for action.
The chairperson of the Portuguese Forum says Portuguese nationals are not taking these kidnapping incidents well.
It's pretty tragic as to what is happening, and it's affecting the families in a terrible way. And what the forum is about is trying to recover the victim through the police. But most important of all is supporting the families whilst the person is kidnapped. But it's not been taken well by the community itself. Hence the fact that we had a meeting with the provincial commissioner and his team, hosted by our Portuguese consulate. And we've got open channels of communication. And we're trying our best to get the victim.
It's not just butchery owners who are at risk. Copycat kidnapping syndicates also target the poor, with ransoms between 3,000 rand to 20,000 rand. Unfortunately, even when ransoms are paid, the outcome can be tragic. Gauteng recorded a 20% increase in kidnappings from October to December 2023, accounting for more than half of the country's kidnappings during this period. Former Police Minister Bheki Cele highlighted the profitability of kidnapping for ransom, noting over 300 related arrests in 2 years. A meeting of the Portuguese community and the Portuguese embassy in South Africa is scheduled to address this pressing issue. Now, let's talk about how you can stay safe in South Africa, especially if you're a high net worth individual, business executive, or CEO. Most kidnappings occur on public streets within 5 kilometers of the victim's home or office, often in familiar locations where the victim feels safe. For example, Mohammed Noor Karim, CEO of Giant Sweets and Sweets for Africa, remains missing. Extortion gangs increasingly target foreign nationals and locals, impacting business, tourism, and development. One effective measure is hiring security drivers instead of regular chauffeurs. Security drivers undergo evasive and defensive training, prepare for emergencies, maintain situational awareness, and plan routes and seating arrangements. Common mistakes leading to kidnappings include displaying principals' names at airports, posting travel plans online, and using untrained security staff unfamiliar with firearm regulations. Tiger kidnappings, conducted by organized crime groups, involve extensive surveillance and insider knowledge, aiming for large cash ransoms. Potential targets and their security details must be cautious and prepared. To prevent a kidnapping scenario, protective agents and security drivers must implement precautionary measures and plan for contingencies. This includes avoiding publicizing travel plans and ensuring security staff are well trained and equipped. In conclusion, kidnapping in South Africa is a serious issue, but by staying aware and taking the right precautions, you can reduce your risk. Stay safe